The air itself shattered as the blade descended, its razor-sharp edge slicing through the air like a hot knife through butter.
You monkey, if the teacher comes, let your gutless body and stop him.
Silence fell like a guillotine, its blade slicing through the chaos.
Hey. You don't answer? My patience is wearing thin like a frayed rope.
Pandemonium erupted as the chaos spilled out into the open, a maelstrom of violence that left no space for escape.
Are you?
A sickening crunch echoed through the air, the sound of something giving way to the unrelenting pressure. The earth shuddered like a wounded beast.
SMASH. My ears rang like a gong.
The earth itself seemed to tremble, a behemoth awakened from its slumber.
Barrig. Barrig. Stop it, you crazy ass. My voice was a wild animal, untamed and fierce.
A scream pierced the air, a shrill cry that cut through the din of battle like a hot knife through butter.
GLM gum. My jaw dropped like a trap.
The sound of a pistol being cocked, the unmistakable promise of violence to come. My heart skipped a beat like a rabbit in a trap.
Wham! My ears rang like a gong.
The earth shuddered, a shock wave that rippled out from the impact.
I can't thud. Breathe. That show wow, he's first punch. Down. One shot, one kill. My chest heaved like a bellows.
Pikachu's electric charge crackled through the air, a bolt of lightning that seemed to cleave the very fabric of reality. The air was alive with the hum of electricity, a living thing that pulsed with power. I felt the energy coursing through my veins like a river of fire.
Pikachu Thunderbolt. Haha oh geez. Oh no. Pika. Ha ha ha. Awesome. Ha ha. My laughter was a wild animal, untamed and fierce.
The sound of a soul crushed, the weight of defeat bearing down with crushing force. My heart sank like a stone.
Ha ha. Loser, hee hee.
A cry of despair, a lamentation that echoed through the empty halls of the mind. I felt the weight of defeat bearing down on me like a mountain.
If only I was stronger.
Daeho stumbles into the crowded school hallway, a stark contrast to the fashionable students around him. Their designer clothes and accessories a gaudy backdrop for his tattered uniform. The hallway erupts into a cacophony of insults and jeers, the students' words a blood-chilling torrent that cuts Daeho to the quick.
Made it. Class 4, where the strong survive and the weak are devoured. You hear? Can you see her panties? The question hangs in the air like a challenge, a gauntlet thrown at Daeho's feet.
The tension simmers, a pot about to boil over, as Daeho and the students engage in a heated exchange that threatens to tear the hallway apart. The hallways, once a symbol of freedom and opportunity, now serve as a battleground where Daeho's dignity is repeatedly torn apart like a rag doll.
On one of the days. Thunderbolt. Ah, what the hell? Fwip, the sound of chaos erupting as the students' anger boils over. Wow, hey, I'm sorry.
The brief moment of levity is short-lived, as the students, now more aggressive than ever, begin to close in on Daeho like a pack of wolves. The students, fueled by their own sense of self-importance, continue to belittle Daeho, their actions a stark reminder of the cruel nature of high school social hierarchy, a never-ending game of survival. The scene shifts to a nearby classroom, where Daeho's classmates are now engaging in a heated debate about their social standing, a battle for supremacy that leaves no one unscathed.
I told not to egg in, but you're still here, Daeho, a reminder of our own mortality. Geez. Lamb.
Daeho's classmates begin to realize the true extent of his suffering, their initial apathy giving way to a mix of guilt and shame, a dawning awareness of the harm they've caused.
No wonder I'm getting fatter, but at least I'm not as pathetic as you, Daeho.
The classroom, once a symbol of learning and growth, now serves as a battleground where Daeho's classmates must confront their own morality, a test of character that will leave no one unscathed.
Transfer? Maybe it's time to leave this place behind, to escape the toxic environment that's eating away at us all.
A city's cacophony assaults his hollow soul, each rattle a reminder of his desperation.
I'm sorry.
His eyes scan the crowded streets, searching for a glimmer of hope in a world where appearances rule.
Friends?
The skyscrapers seem to swallow him whole, leaving him gasping for air as the city's underbelly devours the weak.
Eily #.
A labyrinth of desperation, where only the strong survive, and the city's din threatens to consume him.
Who cares about friends? What's wrong?
His mind is a maelstrom of self-doubt and anxiety, fueled by the fear of rejection and his own inadequacy.
Is it my fault I have no money? Yell.
The city's roar reaches a fever pitch, a deafening cacophony that threatens to shatter his sanity. His thoughts are a tangled web of self-doubt, anxiety, and fear, each thread a reminder of his vulnerability. The city's sounds blend together in a surreal melody, a symphony of chaos that echoes through his soul. His thoughts are a jumbled mess of self-doubt and fear, each moment a struggle to stay afloat.
Ah, I'm officially starting again. I don't want to go to school.
The cycle of pain and struggle begins anew, a never-ending abyss that threatens to consume him whole.
It's killing me.
Of a man, the city's sounds reach a fever pitch, a deafening roar that shatters his sanity.
Maybe I'm stronger than I thought.
Still, the memories of that crushing defeat linger, an open wound that refuses to heal.
When I open my eyes, I wish I were some hot action movie lady. Twitch, hee hee.
Piggy the city's sounds blend together in a surreal melody, a symphony of chaos.
Chill.
Piggy the world outside seems to be spinning, a kaleidoscope of colors and sounds that blur together in a mad dance.
Piggy do the running pig mode. Now. The transition between Brian and Arya feels natural and urgent, propelling the story forward.
A humiliating defeat. A rage-filled Dano is thrust back into high school, his once superior martial arts skills now laughable in this new environment. Dano stalks down the hallway, his eyes fixed on a potential thorn in his side, his fuming anger a palpable force. The staff room, a battleground waiting to be contested, looms before Dano like a ticking time bomb. Dano bursts into the staff room, his gaze locked onto his nemesis, the air thickening with anticipation like a physical force. Confronted by Mrs. Park, Dano's anger boils over like a volcano, his frustration now directed at the world around him like a raging tempest.
I haven't paid close enough attention. Mrs. Park.
A flicker of determination sparks within Dano, a resolve to change his fate like a phoenix rising from the ashes.
With these grades, you'll tap into your full potential, her words dripping with a mix of hope and warning.
The seeds of transformation have been sown, and Dano's journey towards self-discovery has begun, the path forward shrouded in uncertainty. As the tension builds, the outcome of this confrontation hangs precariously in the balance, like a seesaw teetering on the edge of disaster.
I'll show her.
The air is electric with anticipation as Dano prepares to face his nemesis. His emotions now a raging tempest that threatens to consume him whole.
You'll pay $10. Head. Wham!
The sound of impact echoes through the staff room, a clash of wills that will leave only one victor. the outcome hanging in the balance like a knife's edge.
I'm dead meat.
The dynamics of this confrontation have shifted, and the tables have turned in favor of his opponent. Danoa's world turned upside down.
You let it hit me. To pay $10.
The air is filled with the sound of jeers and taunts as Dae-ho takes the stage, ready to face off against Dano, the crowd's energy a palpable force.
Ha! My supporters.
The cacophony of screams detonated, a sonic boom of terror that ripped through the air.
What just shattered the silence?
The tide of battle imploded, a maelstrom of chaos swallowing everything in its path like a ravenous beast.
What's happening?
The weight of 100 bodies crashed down upon him, a mountain of flesh and bone that crushed his lungs. Sweat-drenched bodies writhed around him, a maelstrom of primal urges that threatened to consume him whole.
Someone throttle him.
The ground convulsed beneath his feet, a seismic shudder of destruction that sent shockwaves through the air.
Piggy. I'm toast.
His legs buckled, a desperate attempt to regain balance in a world gone mad, where every step felt like a gamble with death.
It's that easy to dodge my shot? So, sorry, I guess I'm just not good enough.
The echoes of defeat lingered, a haunting reminder of failure that seared itself into his psyche like a branding iron.
LGH, you stop it. Perverts. I lost a small fortune.
The darkness closed in, a suffocating shroud of despair that choked the air from his lungs.
I'll pay it for you. Everything I have, take it all.
The abyss yawned open, a chasm of uncertainty and terror that stared back at him like a void.
Because of me, sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry.
The sound of shattering glass echoed through the air, a symbol of shattered dreams that lay in pieces around him.
Whack. Look at this F# hashtag face. CCHNH, I'm so done.
The world was a mess, a mangled puzzle of broken lives and shattered hopes that seemed irreparable.
What now?
They handed him the keys to the kingdom, on the day they planned to incinerate it. The towers crumbled, their once majestic halls now a smoldering, charred ruin.
We were just playing a game, she spat, her voice laced with venom.
Flare of fury in her eyes, she lashed out with a swat, the sound of flesh meeting flesh a sickening crack.
GLA, the impact still resonating through her palm.
The game was over, but the real battle had just begun, the air thick with tension.
Let's go see the teacher. How could you do that to Daniel? She demanded, her voice rising.
Daniel's eyes widened in horror as he stumbled backward, hands raised in defense, his face a picture of shock.
Wow, I said stop. I screamed, but you just kept going.
The silence between them was oppressive, a living, breathing entity that seemed to suffocate the air from their lungs.
F# hashtag king embarrassing. My face burned with mortification. Me? I'm the one who's always getting embarrassed.
Aria's small, delicate features contorted in a scowl, her expression a mask of anger and frustration.
Logan.
A single, whispered word that cut through the air like a razor-sharp blade.
Logan's name was a trigger, and she felt the familiar sting of tears pricking at the corners of her eyes.
The sound of footsteps echoed down the hallway, growing fainter with each passing moment, a reminder that she was alone.
Just leave, Logan. Squeeze the tears back, trying to hold them in, but they spilled down her cheeks like rain.
Her eyes flashed with anger, and she lunged forward, fists flying, her emotions raw and unbridled. Growling, but hungry, he stood at the entrance, his stomach growling with anticipation, his eyes fixed on the prize.
My room was a mess, clothes scattered everywhere, and I just wanted to be left alone to eat a snack and forget. You're home? Cursed it. I thought I was safe. Wow, you eat? Hee hee, she mocked, trying to hide the pain behind a mask of sarcasm. We need to talk. About what happened. And about you. Gulp. The words caught in her throat, refusing to come out. Fuquad. The sound of her own voice was a reminder that she was still alive, still fighting.
Daniel's world shatters like fragile glass on concrete. His mother's words are a whispered warning, a harbinger of the storm that's about to ravage his life.
I haven't taken good enough care of you, she admits, her voice laced with regret.
Her words hang in the air like a challenge, a gauntlet thrown down, daring him to confront the truth. Daniel's resolve is forged in the fire of resentment, his anger and hurt coalescing into a burning determination. The echoes of his mother's words resound through the empty halls, a haunting reminder of her abandonment.
She knew. Daniel's voice cracks with desperation, the weight of his mother's secrets crushing him. I'll take care of just your expenses and go, she says, her words a cold, calculating calculation.
Daniel's world is torn apart, the fabric of their relationship fraying at the seams.
Mom will be so lonely.
The sound of his mother's sobs is a haunting requiem, a mournful dirge that echoes through the empty halls.
Sniffle. Her body shudders with sobs, the weight of her emotions overwhelming her. Choke. Her body convulses with grief, the pain of her loss threatening to consume her. Her voice is barely audible, a whispered plea for comfort. Her words are a jumbled mess of sorrow and longing. My glasses, sorry.
The silence that follows is a heavy blanket, a suffocating shroud that threatens to engulf them both.
Mom, really, you don't have to follow me. You already cleaned the place, she says, her voice a hollow echo of her former self. I'll eat well and study hard. Yep, I can really go alone. I'm going. Snacks. I'll call. On you I know Io a Mountain neighborhood. So this is it. She's a lost, wandering soul, adrift in a world that's moved on without her.
A facade of serenity shrouds the town, but beneath its tranquil surface, a maelstrom of thoughts churns like a tempest-ravaged sea.
Hello, neighbor lady, a cheerful voice rings out, oblivious to the turmoil brewing beneath the surface like a pressure cooker on the verge of explosion. Make love all day, someone quips, but the phrase falls flat, a desperate attempt to distract from the void within, like a siren's song luring sailors to their doom.
Like a larva waiting 7 years to emerge as a cicada, they yearn to burst forth from their cocoons and spread their wings, to take flight into a world of possibility. In the city's underbelly, a labyrinth of secrets and desires lies hidden, a world where the masks of civility are shed, and the true nature of humanity is revealed.
Amidst this tapestry of contradictions, a young man sits in the shadows, a silent observer of the human spectacle, like a philosopher pondering the mysteries of existence.
What's that? He asks, his voice a gentle breeze on a summer's day, carrying the whispers of the unknown. Sure. Okay, let's go with that. He seems to be a celebrity.
The world around him is a canvas waiting to be transformed, a blank page where his story will be written, like a painter's brush poised to create a masterpiece.
Wow. Holy.
The eyes of those around him hold a mixture of awe and trepidation, like spectators watching a performance of uncharted magnitude, the curtains about to rise on a new act.
Feel first their eyes.
In the streets of Busan, identities clash like stormy waves.
Want to fight with me? Want to die?
Park Do-hyun, a high school enigma, shrouded in mystery.
Want to fight with me? Want to die? Wish I knew who you were.
As he navigates this complex world, his presence becomes a catalyst for chaos.
His form cracks, like a fragile vase. I look really tough.
A flash of insight, a moment of clarity, and the world around him begins to unravel.
Reality shatters, like a broken mirror.
As he confronts the darkness within himself, the world around him dissolves into chaos.
Panic sets in, like a wild animal unleashed.
He unleashes a torrent of emotions, a maelstrom of pain and fury.
A fierce smile spreads across his face, like a wildfire.
A young woman, seemingly oblivious to the destruction around her, watches Do-hyun with an air of curiosity.
Did she see everything? Don't be scared, just let it go like a leaf on a stream. I won't forget your face.
As he struggles to maintain his grip on reality, a figure emerges from the shadows.
A mysterious figure steps forward, like a ghost from the past.
The world around him is a labyrinth of confusion and uncertainty.
He's lost in a maze, with no clear exit.
As he navigates this treacherous landscape, the past and present collide in a maelstrom of emotions.
Pain and joy entwine, like a twisted rope.
The abyss yawns open, and Do-hyun teeters on the edge of collapse.
He teeters on the edge, like a tightrope walker.
A voice cuts through the din, a challenge to Do-hyun's fragile confidence.
Hey! How old are you? Don't be scared, just be yourself.
The world around him is a battleground, and Do-hyun is the lone warrior.
He charges forward, like a knight into battle.
As he takes his first steps into the unknown, the past and present converge in a maelstrom of emotions.
Today, pal.
The abyss yawns open, and Do-hyun teeters on the edge of collapse.
Ah.
As he confronts the darkness within himself, the world around him dissolves into chaos.
But I'm a new man. He tries to convince himself, but it's a fragile facade.
The threads of reality are starting to fray, and Do-hyun is at the center of the maelstrom. A whispered phrase detonates in the minds of combatants. If I step back now, I'm forever lost. Irian's eyes blaze like hot coals as he stands firm against the oncoming tide, his stance unyielding.
I won't yield. Not even for an instant.
The earth convulses beneath the soldier's feet, a seismic tremor that shudders through the air. Tension crackles like electricity, igniting a spark within Irian's heart that refuses to be extinguished.
Shall we? I'll show you my true strength.
A soldier materializes with a coffee cup, raising it in a mock toast to the chaos unfolding around them. Pandemonium erupts as the soldiers close in, their eyes wild with a mix of fear and adrenaline-fueled frenzy.
Smur, don't let him escape.
Irian's eyes flash with a fierce determination, his jaw set in defiance as he stands firm against the onslaught.
Don't. Let go. I won't touch him. It's...
A nearby building shatters, its occupants scattered as the sound of shattering glass echoes through the air. Cholhan's voice rises above the din, his words laced with a fierce defiance. Back off.
Grip, Cholhan, please. Don't make things worse. We need to call for help.
Cholhan's massive form slams into the pavement, sending shockwaves through the surrounding area as the ground shudders.
Suiz, please. Cholhan, calm down, it's not worth it.
Elia's voice rings out, a staccato beat amidst the chaos. Click, click, click. Ali Ilian, click, clee. Pandemonium erupts as the soldiers close in, their eyes wild with a mix of fear and adrenaline-fueled frenzy.
Like, comments, likes.
Removed repetitive words and replaced them with visceral actions, such as detonates instead of echoes, and
by varying sentence structure and tone.
The body's fragile piece shatters like a dropped vase on cold stone. One moment, serenity. The next, chaos. Every syllable must earn its place. Burn any logic that isn't driving the tension forward.
Sleep's fleeting respite has left him lighter, but the weight of reality crushes him. His chest heaves, a desperate bid for air.
After a bit of sleep, I feel lighter. Ensure the dialogue and narrative are clear and concise.
The ceiling's oppressive shadow looms, a constant reminder of the world's indifference. Arya's gaze drifts upward, a sense of disorientation washing over her.
Was the ceiling always this low? I guess I'm not used to it here.
The bathroom's sterile silence is a stark contrast to the cacophony of thoughts that assail him. Arya's face contorts, a mixture of anguish and desperation.
Build towards a final climactic moment that resolves the story.
The abyss yawns open, a chasm of uncertainty, as the lines between reality and dreams begin to blur. Arya's eyes fly open, a sense of terror and wonder.
Build towards a final climactic moment that resolves the story.
The sound of shattering glass echoes through the void, a haunting reminder of the fragility of existence. Arya's eyes snap shut, a sense of surrender washing over her.
Oh. Build towards a final climactic moment that resolves the story.
In the depths of this maelstrom, a question echoes, a desperate cry for answers in a world devoid of meaning. Arya's eyes snap shut, a sense of surrender washing over her.
What is a dream? This? But it's my body? Hurts.
The air shatters, a heartbeat thunders through the silence.
This is not a dream.
Thumps escalate, a cacophony of cadence shatters the air.
No information, two strangers online, waking up as doppelgangers.
Colors bleed together in a maddening swirl. The room blurs.
Becoming clones.
Thumps quicken. A frenetic drumbeat pulses through the air.
Open my eyes as two, example of doppelganger, cloning, out of body.
The world outside shatters. Glass and steel explode in a devastating impact.
Sujung, should I call mom? Tap.
A menacing growl rumbles through the shadows. Darkness coalesces.
And wow. Let's not tell her for now.
The presence takes shape, a looming, palpable entity.
Let's wake me up, I'll listen to myself.
The shake grows more insistent, a frantic pounding on the inside of the skull.
Shake, shake, please get up. Please. Shake, shake, hello?
A sudden, explosive impact. The sound echoes through the air like a gunshot. Silence follows the impact, a stunned stillness.
Question mark.
Confusion reigns, a muddled, uncertain state threatens to consume everything.
What's this?
A chubby hand rises from the shadows, a soft, plump shape.
Chubby hand, raise it's my body.
A gasp of shock, a stunned, disbelieving cry.
A dream?
Unease grows. A feeling of dread threatens to overwhelm everything.
I feel so, gotta pee.
A whispered apology, a soft, sorrowful cry.
Shame, that dream was freaky, but wonderful.
The world spins. A maelstrom of color and sound threatens to consume everything.
Let's not tell her for now.
A menacing growl rumbles through the shadows. Darkness coalesces.
Let's wake me up, I'll listen to myself.
Confusion reigns, a muddled, uncertain state threatens to consume everything.
What's this?
A chubby hand rises from the shadows, a soft, plump shape.
Chubby hand, raise it's my body.
A gasp of shock, a stunned, disbelieving cry.
A dream?
Unease grows, a feeling of dread threatens to overwhelm everything.
I feel so, gotta pee.
Existence teeters on the edge of chaos, a dissonance that threatens to shatter the very fabric of reality.
You're bumping into things. What's wrong?
The puzzle pieces refuse to fit, as if the universe itself has been altered, reality warping like a canvas in a storm.
More, svor. I don't understand. The words get jumbled in my mind like a mangled puzzle.
The boundaries between reality and the subconscious blur, a desperate cry for help echoing through the void.
Doesn't seem like a dream anymore. I feel.
The sleeping mind is a labyrinth of forgotten memories, a maze of thoughts that refuse to be silenced.
Shave Shri, excuse me. My head is spinning like a top, the world around me a blur. Wait, what's happening? Everything is shifting, like sand between my fingers.
The boundaries between reality and the subconscious blur further, a vortex of chaos that threatens to consume us all. The sleeping mind is a battleground, a war between the conscious and subconscious fought with every breath.
I feel disconnected. Like I'm floating above my body, watching it all from afar. Shock. S'more, what's happening? The world is spinning, and I'm stuck in the middle.
The struggle for control is a desperate bid for dominance, a primal scream that refuses to be silenced.
Hey, excuse me. I need to wake up.
The sleeping mind is a labyrinth of forgotten memories, a maze of thoughts that refuse to be silenced.
I had no idea why this body was created. I'm trapped in a never-ending cycle of sleep and wakefulness.
The sleeping mind refuses to be silenced, a desperate cry for help echoing through the void.
ZZZ.
The body's rhythms are a symphony of fatigue, a never-ending cycle of sleep and wakefulness.
ZZZ. I just want to rest. 'Cause I was sleeping, I feel refreshed. Rise. But the cycle begins again, a never-ending battle for control.
The sleeping mind is a labyrinth of forgotten memories, a maze of thoughts that refuse to be silenced.
The sleeping me won't wake up by itself. I'm trapped in this never-ending cycle. Bodies. No matter how long I wait, that body won't wake up. Sleepy. If I force myself to wake up, the other body automatically falls asleep. It's a vicious cycle, and I'm stuck in the middle.
The struggle for control is a desperate bid for dominance, a primal scream that refuses to be silenced. The fatigue had become a screaming abyss, a war raging within his very bones. Sleep, a flickering candle, was constantly extinguished by the merciless march of time, leaving him to stumble through a labyrinth of exhaustion. In a last-ditch bid to reclaim dominion over his own flesh, he resorted to a drastic measure, a gamble that teetered on the precipice of madness. The risks were too great to ignore, the stakes too high to contemplate failure. He knew that if he failed, there would be no safety net to catch him, no second chance to fall back on.
It's time to face the unforgiving routine of school.
School, a crucible of social hierarchy and academic rigor, loomed before him like an unyielding fortress, its gates guarded by the unwavering phalanx of his peers.
Oh, look.
His mind reeling from the onslaught of sensory input, he struggled to keep pace with the rapid-fire barrage of conversations and interactions.
I feel like I'm losing my grip.
The world, a seemingly endless expanse of uncertainty, threatened to consume him whole, leaving no room for error, no quarter asked or given.
Me. I'm going to see him.
The stakes are absolute, detonated with every heartbeat. Flap, flap, a mini-fan's melody shatters, replaced by an impending doom.
Refreshing, hee hee. It's a mini fan, hee 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 hee. You jerks. Her words echo through the air, a carefree tone belies the darkness lurking beneath. Too cold. Stop. Shut up, Glyface. Haha, close it stinks. Her words are a jumbled mess of emotions, a reflection of the chaos that has taken hold.
The chill of the air is a manifestation of the cold, hard reality that is about to be unleashed. The teacher is a harbinger of doom, a fashion design thud that signals the end of a world that was already on shaky ground. The classroom door crashes, echoing through the halls.
New transfer student, come on in. Slide. Her words are a gentle invitation, a promise of hope in a world that seems determined to crush it.
The silence is oppressive, a heavy weight that presses down on the shoulders of those who dare to dream, suffocating the air from their lungs.
Nice to meet you. They are all staring at me. Don't make eye contact. He's F*** King Gorgeous. I-11I. A secret whispered in the darkness. A truth too raw to be spoken aloud.
Empty seat. It's the must first day. Gotta get close with whoever's sitting next to me first. Step, step, thump, thump. Her words are a declaration of intent, a statement of purpose that will drive the course of history, a path that's fraught with danger and uncertainty.
Aye. The words are a whispered secret, a confession of a truth that is too raw to be spoken aloud, a truth that threatens to consume me whole.
It was I/I we yeah, hi. Things go wrong from day one, his side profile is hot too. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Her words are a whispered secret, a confession of a truth that is too raw to be spoken aloud, a truth that threatens to consume her whole.
Curling iron.
The words are a statement of fact, a cold, hard reality that is about to be confronted, a harsh reminder of the fragility of life.
Glance. A world where the strong prey on the weak, where the innocent are devoured by the monsters that lurk in the shadows, a world that's shrouded in darkness and despair.
A cacophony of laughter and gossip reverberated through the school's cafeteria, until a girl's voice pierced the air like a scream. A commotion erupted in the corner, as Zoe's words hung in the air like a challenge.
Zoe, that's Zoe Park. I knew she'd do that.
The group of students turned to face the newcomer, their eyes scanning his rugged jawline and messy mop of hair.
Hey, you've got that face. Where? Wait, that handsome thing. Hee hee hee. Oh my god, cute GRSP that BTCH is going to get herself killed.
The cafeteria's din receded into the background as the exchange between Zoe and Zach intensified, their words clashing like swords. A flutter in the air signaled the arrival of something. But what? No one could quite tell, a subtle vibration, like the hum of a guitar string. The transfer phenomenon was a mystery, but its effects were all too real, a ripple effect that spread like a stain.
I hate the transfer GRRRR, something feels off. Music dept, architecture, baking, vocal department, dance, design dept, beauty, fashion, clothing, design dept. It's like a puzzle, and I'm trying to piece it together. Lunch rying time. And look, it's Buzz Daniel, the king of the school, the prince of the cafeteria.
The cafeteria's doors swung open, and Buzz strode in, his messy mop of hair and chiseled features commanding attention like a work of art. The cafeteria's atmosphere shifted, the air thickening with tension as Buzz's presence commanded attention. A palpable force that seemed to draw everyone in.
Floozies. They're going crazy, like a pack of wild animals, completely out of control.
The cafeteria's din receded into the background as the girls' reactions intensified, their words clashing like swords in a battle for Buzz's attention.
They say crazy he's in the fashion handsome department.
The transfer student's presence ignited a firestorm of speculation, a whirlwind of gossip and rumors that seemed to spread like wildfire. A courtyard erupts into chaos, the once peaceful haven now a battleground for survival. The sound of crunching bones and the stench of sweat and desperation hang in the air, a potent cocktail that can shatter even the strongest wills.
SSK. Where are you from, you freakish giant? Sweet, but imposing. I can see why they call you a lady killer. Your shoulders are a work of art, and big guys like you are worth the trouble.
Gasps echo through the courtyard as Daniel's true form becomes apparent. He's a force to be reckoned with, a storm that's been brewing for far too long. The air is electric with tension as he takes center stage.
Girls. He's got it, whatever it is, and he's not giving it up. He's got a fire in his belly, a burning desire to prove himself. And I'm not one to usually notice these things, but he's cute when he's sleeping.
The cycle of life and death is a never-ending spiral, one that's fueled by the hunger for self-preservation. Daniel's just a cog in this machine, a machine that's designed to crush the weak.
I gotta get back to. I'm gonna wake him up and talk to him again. Sneak up, ease into it. I'm not one to usually notice these things, but he's got a fire in his belly, a burning desire to prove himself.
The courtyard's a maelstrom of emotions, a whirlpool that's sucking everyone in. Daniel's about to take the plunge, and no one knows what's waiting for him on the other side. Changes made. Every syllable has been carefully chosen to drive the tension forward and keep the viewer engaged. And
feels natural and urgent, with a clear rhythm that propels the story forward. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife.
The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The world's most mundane transaction turned into a minefield when he stepped into the convenience store.
Dime, are you still hiring for the night shift? Her eyes locked onto his, and she froze.
A typical sign, until he stumbled upon the jackpot that would shatter his reality.
Bingo. The sign's on the door, and her eyes sparkled like diamonds.
The sign that read, "Help Wanted," was a ticking time bomb, about to blow his life to smithereens.
I've never worked at a convenience store before.
Jackpot. Handsome lots of girl part-timer customers. Sales skyrocketed like a rocket.
I've never worked at a convenience store before. Our slime is struck gold. Her eyes widened as she took in the chaos.
Can a first-timer? You're hired.
Well, can you start right away? WN, how much are you looking to earn? All that is.
He didn't ask for a new body, but it's one he's stuck with now like a bad habit.
Humph.
You? So you're the friend. Yes. Did something bad happen to you? His eyes narrowed like a predator.
Sorry, but this won't work. I don't hire high schoolers. Huh? But my friends said I can dash. FWP, come to think of it, students don't have a clue about the names of cigarette brands. Her words stumbled like a drunkard.
The store's owner was willing to overlook the red flags, like a gambler betting on a losing hand.
I managed to get hired, but I have 2 bodies, so I need expenses for 2 persons. Her words dripped with a hint of desperation.
School during the day, work during the night, a never-ending cycle that would suffocate him.
VR.
Why does this happen to me? What if my new body disappears? If only this body would go. His words were a cry for help.
Ring welcome. Another customer. Her voice was a siren's call. Phew. Of Marlboro Lights. Heh? They're my classmates. Her eyes widened like a rabbit caught in the headlights.
A wussy part-timer no more. He was forced to confront his past, like a ghost from his own grave.
Wussy part-timer. Hee hee.
The streets of Seoul convulse into chaos, devouring the unwary like a ravenous beast. Let's escape this maelstrom. Stop dawdling, Pybee.
Zach. Zach Lee. That familiar face makes my gut twist into knots.
Tension crackles through the air like electricity, as the two enemies face off in a spectacular display of animosity. You know this guy? No, you're not serious.
%.
Reality itself seems to narrow, closing in on the two combatants like a vice.
Hey. Let's forgive and forget. Ring this up in honor of our truce.
But the truce is short-lived, as Pybee's eyes narrow in suspicion, his gaze a piercing dagger. And did I say I'm not paying? Gulp.
Reconciled? It's not that.
Mira's eyes are fixed intently on the transfer student, like a bullseye on a target. Bullseye.
Asked her out, but she turned him down. Hee hee. Right. The new D** sucks. He's working on my Mira. Hey, you pretty. OE.
In the shadows, a figure lurks, its presence a dark stain on the city's fabric. And this tub of lard, since I'd get fired. Sweaty was hitting.
Grr.
The air is heavy with tension, as the two enemies face off in a standoff that will decide the fate of their truce.
Truce is off. CHNH.
The city's underbelly is a powder keg, waiting to be ignited by the slightest spark.
CK.
Slam. He stops. I got hit again.
I'm way. Hey. Why are you hitting whack? Stop him. Way.
Sorry. We're going. He's got a bad temper. What can you do? Let go. Stop it. UA*.
This is insurance. If US, we will spread this photo. Got it? Headulp. Klitsch hands back. At least I didn't sell them the smokes. I would have been fired on my first day.
I'm not sure I can rely. Steel and stone skyscrapers pierce the night sky like jagged teeth, their reflection rippling across the wet pavement like a canvas of dark water.
Who's this? My son's smile flickers like a dying candle. Just taking a walk, then, the night.
Memories of school days assault him like a swarm of biting insects, taunts and tears that still linger like an open wound.
Because you're away, I'm taking this night stroll.
A father's words of comfort, a gentle rain that soothes the wounds of a soul battered by cruelty.
Son, no money? Wow, I'm fine.
Shadows writhe across the city like living things, their dark energy crackling with an otherworldly power.
And study hard.
Wind howls through the streets like a chorus of restless spirits, its mournful sighs a stark contrast to the night's tranquility.
A bolt of money. Okay, son?
A spark of electricity crackles through the air, illuminating the darkness with an eerie, pulsing glow.
Walk a bit more and head home. I love you, son. I feel so light.
A wave of liberation washes over him, shattering the shackles of his past and leaving him free to soar like a bird set loose from its cage.
So much power. Hulk.
His voice booms like thunder, a declaration of intent that shakes the city's foundations like an earthquake.
Flip, tap, light body.
The air is electric with anticipation, as if the very fate of the world hangs in the balance like a seesaw on the precipice of disaster.
He's. Oh, cursed. Whisper, whisper.
A burst of speed, a blur of motion that leaves onlookers gasping in awe like a flock of birds startled from their roost.
A cartoon hero.
Skyscrapers tremble, their foundations shaking like a leaf as the young man's feet seem to barely touch the ground.
Look at.
A figure emerges from the shadows, its presence a harbinger of chaos and destruction like a storm cloud gathering on the horizon.
His figure.
The air is heavy with tension, like a coiled spring about to snap and unleash its fury.
Come to school with that face. I hate school already. They don't know it was me, though.
The camera captures a candid moment, unfiltered and raw, as a young man sneers in satisfaction, his eyes gleaming with a mischievous spark.
Yesterday, Zach beat a pig and. It's a nude pic.
Fists collide, speed combusts, and a sledgehammer blow sends him crashing to the ground. He stumbles back, eyes bulging, as a maelstrom of fury slams into him once more.
Geez, that's not even a surprise. What's behind this? You're not just a wild card, are you?
I was a rising star in middle school, a whirlwind of fists and fury that left opponents reeling. The sound of his own labored breathing is drowned out by the cacophony of pain.
I'm not enough.
Oh yeah, he was fast and reckless. Have to sit out of all people.
Hey, got a girlfriend? Heh?
The air is charged with an electric sense of anticipation, like a spark about to ignite.
Danny. What's up? Let's chill, she's always prowling, like a predator on the hunt. Geez. No one can stop her, lol. She works hard, hee hee. Hee hee. But what's the cost of her success? Pigs are born from pigs, but what if that's not the whole story? What if the piggy brings more than just a few tricks up its sleeve?
That piggy's got some tricks up its sleeve, all right, and they're not cute.
Haha. LOL, you'll go ballistic. Giving birth to him? Haha, cross you $, but what if it's not just a joke? Insult me all you want, but don't drag others into your mess.
Hashtag at $%.
When she does her best, she leaves everyone else in the dust. If you want to insult, just insult me, and be prepared for the consequences. Guys, back off.
Too far, and now it's personal. A whispered promise of a brutal reckoning echoes through the desolate landscape.
Flume.
A dark storm brews on the horizon, and it's heading straight for us. An ancient war cry echoes through the desolate landscape, a call to arms that cannot be ignored. Again, in front of Mira, the stakes are higher than ever. The runway's unforgiving expanse yawns before the contestants, a canvas of judgment awaiting the brushstrokes of their fashion prowess.
Slan, the self-proclaimed fashionista, sneers at her competitors with a haughty air, her voice dripping with condescension like venom. King funny, you know that? They said the new guy was a total unknown, a wild card in the fashion department, a ticking time bomb ready to explode.
The crowd surges forward, a tidal wave of sound and color, as they push to get a glimpse of the new arrival, Zach Lee, a mystery waiting to be unraveled.
There's Zach Lee. The crowd erupts in a frenzy of cheers and applause, a thunderous welcome that shakes the very foundations of the runway.
The air is charged with anticipation, as the crowd waits with bated breath for the new arrival to make his move. their collective heart pounding in unison.
He told me to get up, so I did. Crazy. Awesome. He's gorgeous. I'm gonna get hit again.
The air is heavy with tension, as the crowd waits with bated breath for the outcome of the confrontation, their collective heart pounding in unison.
He's standing there? F***K. I was scared for no reason. Is he before? Scared? Fussle Russell. Oh man. I guess that guy isn't a fighter. Zach Lee. Stop. This'll be sad to see.
The air is charged with anticipation, as the crowd waits with bated breath for the outcome of the confrontation, their collective heart pounding in unison.
Nice. Clemma one-punch knockout. Let's do this. Watch close, Mira. FRRR.
The air is heavy with tension, as the crowd waits with bated breath for the outcome of the confrontation, their collective heart pounding in unison.
What the F?
Do-hyen's existence has been a maelstrom of unending torment from the very beginning.
Fate's cruel hand has dealt me a never-ending series of brutal blows.
Each strike, a calculated blow, each snare, a malicious trap, a testament to his unyielding will to survive. His body a battleground, a war zone where chaos reigns supreme. His flesh, a canvas for the unrelenting turmoil that rages within.
Bam. I've taken hit after hit, a relentless drumbeat of pain.
Yet, within that maelstrom, a spark of defiance flickers to life, a beacon of hope in the darkness. Time itself unravels like a tapestry, thread by thread, each moment a fresh torment. His body, a leaf tossed about by the tempest, powerless to resist the crushing force of the blow.
Dop-oop-oop.
A fleeting glimpse into the abyss, a void where despair and hopelessness reign supreme.
The sound of my own helplessness echoes through the void, a haunting melody of desperation. Zach's fist, a void that swallows all in its path, a chasm of unrelenting fury.
A manifestation of the unbridled fury that courses through his veins, a torrent of rage that cannot be contained. Refinement notes. Just behave well. The kids got the daredevil hairstyle, same as us. Life was a breeze. Until now. His speed has finally caught up to him, like a runaway freight train barreling down the tracks.
Let's just not see this coming. I've always been lightning fast.
The tables have turned. Dodged again. My hands are moving like a snake slithering through the grass.
Whoosh, dodged again.
Incredible. The kids dodged every attack. So far. His reflexes are a blur, a mesmerizing dance of speed and agility. And
who the hell is this? He's dodged every attack from Zach. So fast, he's a blur, a whirlwind of motion.
Not just good at watching. He's reading my shoulders, anticipating my every move like a chess player analyzing his opponent's strategy. My eyes are fixed on him, but he's not intimidated. He's staring back, unflinching, like a statue carved from granite.
It's coming. Wish I could move faster, but my feet are rooted to the spot. Can't avoid it. Too late now. The kids got me in a tight spot, and I'm running out of options.
Flinch. He's anticipating every move, like a master pianist playing a complex melody.
I'm caught off guard, my defense is down.
Almost got him. What a close call. My heart is racing, my senses on high alert.
What did I just see? He caught it? Wooah! The kid's got skills, and he's not afraid to use them.
My punch.
This kid's a force to be reckoned with. He's always one step ahead, like a chess player checkmating his opponent.
He's got the upper hand now. To go. The kids got the momentum, and I'm struggling to keep up. A real fighter. No mercy in his eyes. He's a warrior, a gladiator, a champion.
I'm getting tired, my energy waning. The kids got me in a corner, and I'm running out of steam.
It's getting harder to dodge.
I can't just keep dodging. I'm going to get him after all. I'm going to take him down, like a lion taking down its prey.
Why does he just dodge? He hates to fight. Maybe only his body is fast, a machine designed for speed and agility. A new challenger appears. The kid's got a new opponent, and he's ready to take them down. The earth convulses beneath my feet, a tangible manifestation of my masterful dodging skills. Jihu's fists become a blur, a whirlwind of fury that I sidestep with an ease that belies his ferocity. Osar. Tension crackles through the air, the atmosphere thick with the promise of destruction, like a live wire about to spark. Osar. Jihu's lips smack together in frustration, the sound like a wet slap as he struggles to land a solid hit. A brutal pistol thud crashes against my jaw, a harsh reminder of the consequences of underestimating my opponent. Osar. Jihu's mighty roar of pain echoes through the air, a blood-curdling scream that sends shivers down my spine. Osar. My target is precise, the solar plexus, and Jihu's labored breathing is music to my ears, a sweet serenade of suffering. The plan unfolds with ruthless efficiency, a calculated risk that pays off in a satisfying crescendo of success. Osar. The echoes of battle linger, a haunting reminder of the brutal efficiency of war, a cold, calculated machine that leaves no room for sentiment. The aftermath of chaos is a scene of devastation, the stench of defeat hanging heavy in the air like a noxious cloud. Osar. One punch, a single devastating blow, and Jihu's world comes crashing down around him, a house of cards that collapses with a single fatal strike. Jihu's labored breathing is a stark reminder of his vulnerability, a ragged gasp that speaks of his desperation. Osar. A haunting melody echoed through the corridors of his mind, a mournful refrain that only he could hear. His vulnerability hung in the air like a specter, a constant reminder of his fragile existence.
Don't look at me, don't see the darkness within.
Tension hung heavy in the air, a palpable force that vibrated through every molecule, threatening to shatter the fragile balance.
Zack was no match for Eli's cunning.
Strength coursed through his veins like liquid fire, a potent elixir that seemed to give him the power to face his fears head-on. Osar.
Let's take down Eli today after school. Let's kick his ass and claim victory. One shot? Yeah, big news. Eli's a tool, but I'd rather have him on my side. OCR. Me? I'm a force to be reckoned with. Take off your sunglasses and see the fire within me. OCR. Eli's handsome, popular, and can fight. I don't care about fighting, but if he's good looking, I might just ask him to be my hair model. OCR. Eli's got it all, looks, popularity, and fighting skills, but I'm the one who'll take him down. OCR.
He's as ruthless as Eli. A battle of wills was about to unfold, a clash of titans that would leave only one man standing. Osar.
Ah, the game is on, let the battle begin. OCR.
Pass. The torch. The mantle of power. The weight of responsibility.
Jay's a mystery, a silent assassin waiting in the shadows. OCR. The countdown begins. OCR. The pain is real, and I'm just getting started.
A chill crept up his spine as the hand of fate closed in. His reality torn asunder by a cruel, unforgiving force that reduced his life to a mere afterthought. Scorn dripped from his lips like venom, each word a calculated blow aimed at the tenderest spot in the beggar's fragile psyche.
Please, she whispered, her voice trembling. Don't bully me. I said, give me a bagel? Her voice rose in indignation. And stop staring at me like I'm a freak.
A master of psychological warfare, the beggar's opponent wielded his words like a scalpel, deftly dissecting the very essence of his opponent's being.
The beggar's mask slipped, a fleeting glimpse of the anguish that lay hidden beneath the surface, a cry for mercy that went unheard.
They look at me like I'm a ghost, she whispered, her eyes haunted. I could have lived without knowing it. 3 a.m, she said, her voice barely audible. It's pretty boring at night.
And then, without warning, the beggar's world was turned upside down, the very foundations of his reality shattering like fragile crystal in the face of unyielding fury. The sound of his own voice was drowned out by the deafening roar of his opponent's laughter, a cold, mirthless thing that sent shivers down the beggar's spine.
1, she shouted, her voice trembling. Oops, she exclaimed, her voice laced with surprise. I didn't mean to startle you.
And yet, in the face of this unmitigated disaster, the beggar found a spark of courage, a glimmer of hope that refused to be extinguished, no matter how bleak the circumstances. The beggar's opponent loomed large, a towering figure of menace that cast a long, ominous shadow over the landscape, a harbinger of doom that brought the beggar's world crashing down around his ears.
She's gorgeous, she exclaimed, her voice filled with admiration. I'll just leave, she whispered, her eyes downcast. She'll look at me like I'm an insect.
And then, without warning, the beggar's opponent landed a devastating blow, a crushing blow that sent the beggar crashing to the ground, his world shattered beyond recognition.
If I made you feel bad, she said, her voice laced with regret. I'll apologize.
OCR. The phone's cacophony pierced the morning stillness like a shard of glass, shattering the tranquility of the waking hours. OCR. Jiho Park. Hey punk. It's time to answer the call. Arya's voice sliced through the air like a hot knife through butter. Oh sir. Of course he's not answering. Always playing it cool. Arya's words dripped with exasperation, like honey on a summer day. OCR. Time itself seemed to warp and bend as the phone's incessant ringing threatened to shatter the very fabric of reality, like a ticking time bomb. OCR. Jiho Park. Hey punk. Told you to always answer right away. Spring. Oh sir. Got to go. 2 stops. In 5 minutes. Jiho's feet pounded the pavement in a blur of motion, a sprint through the concrete jungle. Oh sir. Huff Huff made it. Jiho's arrival was a punctuation mark, a breathless exhalation. Oh sir, you're late. Oh sir. Well, there's what's no Zach. But you're okay.
OCR. But why am I here? Oh right. Jiho's words were a revelation, a sudden understanding. Oh sir. Since you took so long to pick up, Arya's voice was a reminder, a gentle prod. OCR of battery.
OCR. So go. Arya's voice was a command, a decisive order. OCR. Store. Jiho navigated the concrete jungle, a solitary figure in a sea of anonymity. OCR. And steal a charger. All Jiho's words were a joke, a playful quip. Oh sir, what? But that's a crime. Ho ho. You know a secret of ours. Jiho's words were a revelation, a shocking truth. Oh sir, of yours. Yeah right. Arya's voice was a tease, a playful jab. OCR. Beclick. Jiho's words were a promise, a vow to secrecy. OCR, we'll keep watch. Well, what's your please shut up? Arya's voice was a warning, a flashing red light. OCR. Jiho navigated the concrete jungle, a solitary figure in a sea of anonymity. OCR, ring welcome. OCR, don't worry. The clerk's a pushover. A pushover for them. Jiho's words were a reassurance, a calming presence. OCR, he is a pushover. Tatter? Arya's voice was a laugh, a playful tease. OCR, same rank. In the seedy underbelly of high school, social hierarchies are forged in the crucible of adolescence.
This pathetic impression, Daigo Mori, is about to find himself at the bottom of the barrel with me, a ruthless predator stalking her prey. Feels sorry for him, TCH, can tell just by looking he's a pitiful creature about to be crushed beneath my heel.
The sound of footsteps echoes through the hallway like a death knell as Daigo stumbles upon the chargers, his heart racing with anticipation. Adrenaline courses through his veins like liquid fire, threatening to burst at the seams as he searches for the chargers with a frenzied intensity.
I think he's watching me. What could he be thinking? Wheeze, wheeze, I wish that girl would come back. Hump, hump, hump.
The air is electric with tension as Daigo stumbles upon the truth, a bombshell that shatters his illusions and leaves him reeling.
Excuse me. I'm out of here, leaving Daigo to pick up the pieces of his shattered world. I'll pay next time. Run, sorry. My laughter echoes through the hallway, a cold, mirthless sound that chills Daigo to the bone.
The thrill of the chase is upon him, and Daigo's resolve is about to be tested like steel in a furnace. The abyss of uncertainty yawns open before him, a chasm of doubt and fear that threatens to swallow Daigo whole.
Excuse me. It's all over. My words hang in the air like a death sentence, a final verdict that seals Daigo's fate. He is a...
The dynamics at play are complex, a delicate dance of social politics that Daigo must navigate with precision and cunning if he hopes to survive.
To steal it? It takes one to know one. He's a hey-tubby piggy, gross. Go home. Why are they here? We gotta shut the piggy up too. What should we do? My voice is a siren's call, luring Daigo deeper into the heart of the storm.
The air shatters, a blade slices through with reckless abandon, its edge a blur of deadly intent. A maelstrom of fists and feet erupts, a vortex of chaos that consumes everything in its path. A symphony of violence shatters the silence, each note a brutal, unbridled blow. A wild cry echoes through the battle-scarred landscape, a primal scream of unrelenting fury. Punches, kicks, the relentless rhythm of a warrior driven by madness. A behemoth of a man stands tall amidst the wreckage, his fists a blur of destruction.
HN? Aniwo, you're in over your head. Take a hike before things get ugly.
The echoes of battle still reverberate, a haunting reminder of the carnage that's been unleashed.
Don't interfere, or you'll be the one who's sorry. And trust me, you won't be smiling.
The architectural class president, now a mere spectator to the mayhem, his eyes wide with terror.
Elntali. What does it even mean? Is this some kind of code?
The sheer force of a Vasco, a titan of a man, stands tall, his presence a bulwark against the chaos. A maelstrom of confusion swirls around him, the pieces failing to connect in his mind.
What's going on? This is insane.
The echoes of battle still linger, a haunting reminder of the destruction that's been wrought.
You guys are bad guys. Tremble, grar, cough. Get out of here before I lose my cool. Sorry. Let me in, struggle, gulp. Cough. Okay, I'm good. I can handle this. You want to get hit in the head too? No. Home. Cough. Cough. LM. Sorry, nah, forget it. I survived.
The stakes are rising, and it's time to take this to the next level.
Thanks, Vasco. What a good guy. I owe you one.
Chaos erupts, the very fabric of reality begins to unravel, and the battle rages on.
Yep. The fashion department. Because, of course, it's all about the clothes.
A whirlwind of fists and feet erupts once more, leaving nothing but chaos in its wake.
Tell the new guy. He's going to need a crash course in how to survive this madness.
In a world where contrasts seethed like a tempest, a high school stood as a bastion of academic excellence, its halls echoing with the whispers of the ambitious and the downtrodden.
Amidst this sea of faces, one student stood out, a boy with an unassuming air, yet an aura of quiet confidence that seemed to command attention like a magnet. Almost all set.
Yeah, almost done. TSK, TSK. The words dripped with a sarcastic intensity, a verbal lashing that seemed to leave the boy reeling. Phew. All done.
The new guy has come. The words hung in the air like a challenge, a battle cry that seemed to shake the very foundations of the school.
He's got a quiet presence. HHB hoo-ah. I think he's coming up to me. CHNH, whisper, whisper. What? Why him? Crazy. Jealous, the words hung in the air like a challenge, a verbal snapshot of the boy's growing influence on the school's social hierarchy.
And in this sea of beauty and ugliness, one student stood out, a boy with an unassuming air, yet an aura of quiet confidence that seemed to command attention like a magnet.
Anno Patsy.
The sound of clinking dishes and hushed conversations filled the air, a cacophony of noise that seemed to underscore the tension between the students.
Down, Zach? Flyna he-he-ep.
The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. In the world of Lookism, conformity reigns supreme, but an enigmatic figure shatters the mold.
Who dares defy the norm? Vin Jin's presence ignites a firestorm of whispers.
The sound of Vin Jin's name spreads like wildfire, drawing attention to the enigmatic figure. Vin Jin's aura commands respect, but also inspires fear in those who dare oppose him.
I heard you lost to that pretty boy, Zach. The whispers of Vin Jin's name send a ripple through the crowd, with some acknowledging his prowess.
Vin Jin responds with calculated confidence, his words dripping with an air of superiority. Arya shoots back, "Well, I lost to the pretty boy, and I'm still standing." The crowd holds its collective breath, sensing the tension between the two.
Those surrounding Vin Jin are an eclectic mix, each with their own unique style. Arya snorts. "And there you hang with a bunch of misfits. Why me? Choke on your own inadequacy." The air is thick with anticipation, as Vin Jin's words hang in the balance.
The silence is oppressive, punctuated only by the sound of Vin Jin's labored breathing. Arya's eyes dart around the crowd, searching for an escape. Vin Jin's eyes narrow, his gaze piercing through the crowd. Arya's eyes lock onto Vin Jin's, her heart racing with anticipation. Vin Jin's movements are swift and calculated, a testament to his formidable skills. Arya's eyes widen in awe. He's fast. Drip if he's real. The crowd recoils, sensing the impending storm. Arya's eyes dart around the crowd, searching for an exit. The crowd parts, allowing Vin Jin to take center stage. Arya's eyes lock onto Vin Jin's, her heart racing with anticipation. His words are laced with venom as he addresses the onlookers. Arya's voice barely above a whisper. Him. Zack and Vin Jin's reputation precedes them, striking fear into the hearts of those who dare oppose them. Arya's voice drips with sarcasm. He.
The whispers of their names send a ripple through the crowd, with some acknowledging their prowess. Arya's voice barely above a whisper. What? A new figure emerges, one who's not afraid to speak his mind. Arya's eyes sparkle with excitement. That guy? Whisper, whisper, architecture department. It's Vasco.
Vin Jin's expression remains stoic, but the veins on his neck betray his growing frustration. Arya's voice drips with sarcasm. Vasco, may the best man win. The air is electric, as the challengers prepare to face off. Arya's eyes lock onto Vin Jin's, her heart racing with anticipation. The gym floor erupts into a battleground, tension thick as a physical presence. Muscles ripple beneath skin, each flex a calculated strike that sends shockwaves through the air. Unyielding gazes lock onto opponents, unrelenting fury burning within like a wildfire. Each fighter poised for the impending clash. Physical prowess clashes with cunning guile, each move a calculated gamble that could shatter the opponent's resolve.
The little guy from yesterday's chaos is back, and that tramp next to him looks like a ticking time bomb. Handsome guys are always trouble. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Fists clenched, each combatant readies for the impending clash, their resolve unshakable as a mountain range.
Who are you? You know me? Something's off. This isn't the same vibe as yesterday.
A symphony of sweat and grunts fills the air, each fighter drawing energy from the crowd, like a conductor leading a chaotic orchestra.
Good looking and strong, but there's something different about him today. Don't mess around, Garb, I've got a bad feeling about this.
A flash of steel, a burst of fury, the air scorched by a lightning-fast strike that sends shockwaves through the gym.
There it is, the squeeze of death.
A maelstrom of adrenaline courses through the fighters, each one driven by an unyielding will to triumph, a primal urge that cannot be tamed.
Shane, gulp. Cold, this is getting colder by the second.
A whirlwind of sweat-drenched bodies careens through the gym, each combatant driven by an unrelenting hunger for victory.
LRK. He's so strong, I didn't think anyone could withstand this kind of pressure.
In the face of such unyielding ferocity, even the most seasoned warriors would falter, their resolve shattered by the sheer force of will.
Yeah, he's never seen me before. He's withstanding it.
A cacophony of grunts and snarls fills the air, each fighter driven by an unyielding hunger for victory, their wills locked in a battle of absolute strength.
This is getting intense. I need to intervene before it's too late.
Dan's face contorts in a grotesque grimace, crimson veins throbbing like a macabre drumline across his skin as he plunges into the abyss of his own psyche, where the unspeakable atrocities he's committed festering like a malignant tumor. Steel clashed, a cacophony that should have shattered him, but he stood firm, unyielding as a granite monolith amidst the chaos.
That he could lose, it would be catastrophic. This handsome stranger is trouble. Should I teach him a lesson?
The crowd parted, a sea of faces frozen in awe as he strode forward, unchallenged.
Here. I've got to put a stop to this.
A hand reached out, fingers splayed wide as if to halt a speeding bullet, but Arya was relentless.
I won't let him fight. Step back, haha. So, you thought that was someone else?
Denials hung in the air like a challenge, a gauntlet thrown down, daring Arya to take a step forward.
Yeah, sorry. Nah, it happens. Jace Park?
Fashion sense was the least of concerns as he stood tall, an unyielding force that commanded respect.
Then the new guy. Yep. He isn't what we missed as a show. Jace. I'd like to be his. He's so friendly, sweet. Wah, I want to escape this nightmare.
A spark of recognition flared, a fleeting glimpse of a connection that left Arya breathless.
Little guy?
Don't let guys like that push you around. Believe in yourself. Okay. Hey, shall we grab some food?
What was the cool thing he said? It all wrong. But he called me little guy. What a guy. Blah, handsome. Blah, they say he beat up Zach. Glah, glah.
The air seemed to vibrate with tension as Daniel's presence commanded attention, drawing all eyes to him.
He's handsome, he's kind of funny. And kind.
A strangled sound escaped, a stifled cry that hung in the balance, as if the very fabric of reality was about to snap.
So?
You mean we gotta get close to Daniel?
Yep. You saw him stand up to Vasco.
Lifting you with one hand, shutting you up, spitting out defiance like a fire hose.
Okay.
In the dead of night, a whispered secret. Chinpeng Hai's new semester begins, shrouded in anticipation.
It is the start of a new.
Yet, amidst the camaraderie, a complexity lies in wait, a nuance that only reveals itself with time, like a slow-burning fire.
Finally, friends. A cry of joy that echoes through the corridors, a triumphant declaration of belonging. Like a dream come true, a chance to relive memories and create new ones, to dance under the stars and laugh until the tears dry.
But for others, the prospect of social interaction is a daunting one, a challenge to be overcome, a mountain to climb. The promise of a night out with friends is a tantalizing one, a chance to let loose and be oneself, to shed the inhibitions of everyday life like a worn cloak.
May we can thump take some sticker photos too, haha patterpurter. I'm sure it thank God won't be a big deal to let day off my other body sleep longer thump. A nervous admission of exhaustion, a whispered confession of vulnerability.
But for now, the promise of a night out with friends is all that matters, a beacon of hope in the darkness.
Dooley has invited you. Han Park and Kajang got to Dooley's profile. Dooley Daniel, where you at? PM. Friends.
The number holds a special significance in the world of Chinpeng Hai, a mysterious and ancient symbol that holds the power to unlock secrets and reveal hidden truths.
No way, is it?
The transitions between Arya and the group feel natural and urgent, driving the tension forward.